What's up, guys? Kimmis here from Meanwhile the Man Cave, and we take a look at all things pop culture, games, toys, or anything we think is cool. And today we are taking a look at the Neca Ultimate Bride of Frankenstein figures. This would be from the 1935 movie by James Whale. And we're looking at both the color and black and white. Elsa Lanchester, who starred as the Bride of Frankenstein, was only 5'4" and had to wear stilts to play the 7-foot tall bride. The bandages on her legs were wrapped so tightly that she was unable to move and she had to be carried to the studio. They accomplished the look of her hair by combing it over a cage, and for long takes, they even had to tape her eyes open. All of which seems like cruel and unusual punishment. A lot of people don't realize that besides the Bride of Frankenstein, she also played Mary Shelley in the movie as the author of the Frankenstein novel. So, starting right off here, let's take a look at the box. Got a copy of the movie poster on the front. This will be the color version. Picture of one of the variations of the figure on the back. With the alternate head, it looks like. And then more pictures of the figure on the back. One with her unbandaged head on this side. And then as it is with all of these NECA figures, get a nice little window box here. Picture of the figure on the side. And a preview of the figure itself. Let's not waste any time. Let's take a look at the other box. Here it is. This is the black and white version box. Different movie poster on there. Again, picture of the figure on the side there. More variations on the back. And the screaming head on this side. Again, with the window box. Preview the figure. Let's bust her out of this package and see what we got. There we go. All right, taking a brief look here, just an overview. See if there's any differences here offhand. These look like they have the same identical accessories, which would have been a little different from the Mummy and the Dracula. Dracula had slightly different accessories, which was pretty cool, and the Mummy had an extra hand, whereas the black and white version of the Wolfman and the black and white version of Frankenstein, they had identical accessories for the color versus the black and white as well. So, what we're going to do here, we're going to compare all the accessories side by side, and then we're going to get her into some poses. Let's start right off with the heads. All right, the two masked faces. Color on the left, black and white on the right. And the masks. It is the color on the left, black and white on the right. It's kind of hard to tell with this, but in real life there is a slightly different tone to the color versus the black and white. You can kind of see it on camera, I believe. And the screaming heads. I definitely have to say, just out of looking at them just like this, I definitely prefer the black and white over the color. I think that's just how I'm used to seeing this character. So it seems more natural. This head to me just looks nicer. The extra hands, color on the left, black and white on the right. Again, just slightly different toned. They do have the post hinges for angling the hand once you put it on the figure itself. And they each come with a couple extra bandages. Again, color on the left, black and white on the right. Just slightly different tones. So not much to see there. And here she is, the woman of the hour, bride of Frankenstein's monster. I definitely dig the black and white version over the color version. I guess just because I'm used to the hair being black and white, so it just seems weird when you see it in the redhead color. And I think the black and white base just looks cooler. Now let's take a closer look here. So, taking a look at the articulation here, we're going to start off with the head. You got the left and right motion. Get your tilting. And there's quite a lot of tilting here, which is nice, especially for this character. That'll give the poses more character. If you're comparing the black and white in color, as you can see, slightly different tone to the bandages, just like the bandages we showed you earlier. Do have the sheet off. You can see that she's all bandaged up. That way you'll be able to see the articulation better. Here at the shoulders, you get your lateral movement. There is no joint here between the shoulder and the bicep. You have an elbow joint with a swivel on it, so the arm will swivel out on there. You have a hinge at the wrist for angling, and you can twist as well. There is an abdomen joint here that you can twist. Not much in the crunch motion. You have a little bit, not a ton though. So she can come forward a little bit. No waist joint, so all your twisting is reliant on that abdomen joint. There is no waist joint at all. That's a little unusual. Lateral movement here with the leg, as well as the forward kick, backwards. Now you got a knee joint, and you can twist at the knee slightly here. So if you want to angle that foot back to plant her foot back, like leverage, for some leverage, you can do that. Down here at the foot, forward, back, decent amount of motion there. Again, no toe joint. It is Neca. Neca doesn't tend to put the toe joints in. And you have a little bit of, you could angle that a little bit down there too. Give you a little more variety. Now, we're going to get both of these figures posed. I'm going to tell you what I think. So, interchanging these heads is really easy. It's this type of a post. A little easier than kind of like the ball joint they normally put on here. That just snaps right down in. Goes in really easy. They also come with this mask thing. Well, it's not really a mask, but the bandages you can actually place over the top of this particular head, and then she's totally covered at that point. So if you have this on, You could have her, you have the Frankenstein accessory kit, you could have her laying on the table with a full mask on before they unmask and reveal her eyes. All right, we just started getting some posing for her. Her interaction with the monster. Definitely looks better posed. Definitely recommend having the accessory kit with this Bride of Frankenstein figure. I think that will give you a lot more variety with your poses, especially if you have her interacting with Frankenstein's monster. And that look on her face definitely fits better when you have her interacting with the monster. But I gotta say, I just definitely prefer the black and white, especially with the face. I don't know, the black and white just makes the face pop on that figure. Definitely worth getting. Goes great with Frankenstein's monster. And if you've got to choose between one or the other, I said I would definitely lean at the black and white. Definitely a must-have for a complete Universal Monsters collection. Get a decent variety of poses. My final thoughts, though, definitely glad I have the figure, especially the black and white, and even the color one I'll be able to use with my colorized Frankenstein's monster. It'll go nice with that and the table that comes with the Frankenstein accessory kit. Definitely recommend getting it to complete your Universal Monsters collection. So, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. And please come back every Tuesday at 9 a.m. for a new episode of Meanwhile in the Man Cave. I'll talk to you guys later.